It's the end of week 3 of our 30-day no shopping challenge, and we haven't gone shopping yet. As you can see, we're doing the video at night, and that's because we were really busy today.
Okay, because I'm Art's sister and I came to visit, and I just got here. I'm still wearing my jacket. And I'm going to interview them for you. The burning questions. How was this week different from last week?
It was easier.
For who?
For me. Because you look around and it's like nothing got used up. We have just as much food as when we started this thing. And the reason why is because of our garden stuff. And let's see, this week we got a lot of people who gave us food. Some friends from church, they're leaving for Georgia, so they live right down the street from us, and they were kind enough to give us all their leftovers. And then I think on the same day, Janelle's parents brought some food over. And then I think like a day before, someone else gave us some leftover food.
Yep.
So you're basically food magnets.
Yes, we are.
Okay, which brings me to one of my other questions. The stuff in your cupboard that you've been avoiding, how much of it did you actually purchase versus acquiring or inheriting?
The one thing that keeps sticking out in my mind is the sweetened condensed milk. Don't ask me why. I'm just afraid if I use it, I'm going to wish I hadn't used it because I'm going to need it for this one hankering of a recipe that I've been wanting to make.
They do have it at the store, you know.
I know, but it's expensive. I think I paid 69 cents for this can, and at the store it's like $2.29. So I'm just so hesitant to use it. But now, you know, the label's starting to come off. I think that's my biggest one that I'm hesitating on. A lot of it, the almond paste. I think I have 2 or 3 cans of almond paste that I inherited, and some of the stuff I did inherit, and I'm just trying to plow through it. But that's my answer.
Okay. Are you trying to use the easiest things? I shouldn't say are you trying to use the easiest things. Are you using the easiest things, or are you making an effort to use up the weird stuff?
Right now, for me, it's survival. Art is happy to use up whatever's in the pantry. But for me, it's whatever I can make that makes a dinner and is survival, and it seems at least somewhat presentable. So I haven't put in a whole lot of effort to getting stuff out of the pantry. There's a few times, like I made those oven roasted potatoes in one of my videos. That was a specific effort trying to get rid of that packet. But most of the time...
I have a different answer to that question. Usually when I cook, here's what happens. Janelle is feeding the baby or doing something else, or something else goes wrong, and I look at the clock, I see nothing, and I say, uh-oh. So I run to the refrigerator, grab out whatever I can find, and it goes in the microwave and goes on the table, and that's dinner.
It's not good.
Yeah, you just keep putting stuff out until it looks like you're not going to starve people.
Okay, so Janelle, because of your avoidance, your continued avoidance of this weird stuff, I'm really wanting to know about the weird stuff, you can tell, because this is a problem everyone can relate to. I've just used up the capers. It took me about 8 years because of this challenge, and I've also been able to condense our half-gallon container of mustard into a quart. I was really proud of myself. Okay, but are you afraid the challenge won't solve the problem?
Yes.
Yes, this has not really fixed my problem at all. In fact, I'm thinking we have to come up with a modified version of this challenge for November, because this didn't fix it. I've got to do something about it. It's not working.
I learned how to make bread because I saw a need for me learning how to cook. But guess what happened? We don't use up anything odd making bread. You just use up the normal stuff.
You used up molasses.
Yeah, we did use up
But
molasses.
that's something you always need. So even though I used it up, I'm going to have to go at some point and go buy it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, are the kids getting into this, or is it all the same to them, or are they complaining more than usual?
our kids are not allowed to complain. Sometimes they figure out ways to creatively sneak it in.
You know
Well, give an example of that.
Well, you know the food is bad when they ask if they can either get the ketchup or the barbecue sauce. And in fact, tonight's meal, I was at an absolute loss of what I was going to make, and I ended up doing a beef stew, and I have all this cabbage in my refrigerator, so I took the cabbage and just kind of hunked it up and threw it in the pot, and when I came out, it did not taste like beef stew. It tasted more like Grandma's cooked cabbage. And I first thing I said to the kids was, feel free to douse this with ketchup tonight.
Okay, are you, I'm sorry, most of these questions are for Janelle, I guess.
That's okay.
Are you still looking at the ads?
Yes! Okay, last week my mom called and she told me, I got this great sale on butter. And I go, no, don't do that to me. But yes, I do pick out the ads every week, just in the off chance that I cannot complete this challenge of not shopping. And I have to make an emergency run, and I would not want to pay full price for anything. So I do keep the flyers. I look at them once. I have not been going to my favorite websites, though, where they do the coupons and comparing and showing me the deals. I haven't been doing that. I just look at the front page of the flyer to see what's really
Okay,
good.
now I would like to editorialize. An interviewer is not supposed to do this, but I'm just thinking that maybe if you would be willing to pay full price for something sometimes, you wouldn't have this sweetened condensed milk problem or other similar conundrums. It's okay to pay full price sometimes. It's not ideal, but
Well, you have to remember those items were in my past. That is
Distant
a
past.
distant past. That is a kind of a my journey into simplicity has changed me, and that's why I can't get rid of these items. And because we just don't eat the sugar content like we used. I used to make magic bars all the time. Remember those? Oh, they were so good.
you should make some for us. Okay.
We'll have to use it up.
Okay, here's another question I'm wondering because I went back when I used to look at ads and use coupons. I noticed that that's when I would come home with stuff that I got it because it was cheap, but then I wondered what to do with it and it languished. So, how much do you think, and I know you love ads and coupons, but honestly, in Art, I'd like you to answer this question. How much do you think ads and coupons are part of the problem of the too much food in the pantry?
Not much, because usually those are the things we use up. It's the odd things that we bought a long time ago before we started our journey into simplicity. So I would say that's not too big of a problem. And if it is a problem, I start to say, Janelle, freezer usually. Freezer is too full. I'm starting to pull stuff out and thought, you better use it.
I think our biggest problem with sale items would be our meat markdowns, and if you've watched this channel at all, you've seen our meat hauls, and I'm a magnet. There's this high, this adrenaline high when you go into the grocery store and you see the place plastered with those markdown stickers and is on top of prices that are already very inexpensive, and it's just you get this high of, and you of course you want to get as much as you can and reasonably used before other people get it. So you're just kind of doing one of these things, putting it in your cart, and before you know it, your cart looks like this.
And then you see someone coming down the aisle, and then you have to hurry quick before they find it.
So some people skydive and other people price chop.
Right.
Okay. Do your friends and family know about the challenge? And what do they think about it? Are any of them changing their cooking or shopping habits, or are they just making fun of you?
Well, I remember week 2, I think it was, Janelle's dad came over and they brought us some bread. And then I said, oh, thank you. You must have known we were doing this challenge. No, I didn't know about it. So it took him about 2 weeks to find out. He usually keeps his mouth shut if he doesn't like something, and he kept his mouth shut. So.
And I don't know, no one else has really said anything about us doing the shopping challenge, just you guys, our viewers. You know, then I don't think there's that many family members that actually watch this.
They're missing
No,
out.
I know.
No, maybe they don't want to know our weird side.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, blissful ignorance.
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
Do you regret starting this challenge, or do you wish you would have started it sooner?
I wish we would have done a 60-day no shopping challenge. I love not shopping.
Now, I don't wish I started it sooner. There are days where it's pure determination not to go out and buy some sort of convenience food. Like today was a prime example. It was after 5 o'clock. I had nothing thought out. I had no meat thought out. I had no meal plan. And we leave for church a little after 6:30. And here I am. I have nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm running out of my frozen vegetables. There was nothing quick to go to anymore because I had used it. And so I made, the beef stew that needed ketchup. And then the drop baking powder biscuits and
Those were good.
and
They were
then
really
the
good.
baked apples. And I pulled it together in under an hour, but it takes a lot of mental energy, and the kids had better behave or else we're not going to eat. So it's been, it's pure will and determination to show you guys that it can be done. But for me, it's been hard because I have expectations for my meals, and this is a little challenging.
Do you find you're eating less because of the challenge, or are you eating more because you really want to get rid of it?
I don't think it's changed.
I think I'm totally eating less because, not that I'm picky with food, but I love good food. And if you watch our vlogs, you see how much I cook and what I cook. And I'm passionate about food. And when Art opens a can of whatever and serves that on the table, that just does not appeal to me. And in fact, I said to Art, this week I lost 2 pounds. I said, they're going to think I'm starving. And it's not because of lack of food, it's just I don't like to eat right at the can. I like prepared stuff. I
I'm
like to
looking
make it.
forward to mealtime here. Okay. Do you notice that you have extra time from not shopping, or does the extra effort to...
Kids take that up.
No, I think I have lost time because I'm cooking more. And not that I mind cooking, but when you factor in all the extra dishes from cooking every meal, and it's been fun doing it. I don't think I'm going to do this particular challenge again because it's time consuming. And I'm still cutting some coupons that I might need for November because, life is going to return to normal after this. So, no, I haven't saved normal.
Well, I learned how to cook bread, so life will never be normal.
Are there other things that you would like to learn to cook, or
Yes.
are you going to force yourself to learn to cook? What's your next project?
Crackers.
That's a good
I
one.
was going to do it. I know I mentioned it in the last week's video. I'm sorry, I did not get around to doing it. But this week.
Okay. Any other parting words of wisdom?
So this is the final stretch of our challenge. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you, Laura, for being our interviewing and answering or asking some of those questions that our viewers want to know. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. You can watch actually this whole series of videos in the playlist in the side column. And stay tuned for our last video next week. Next Thursday, we post these every Thursday, bright and early in the morning. And we'll see if we're going to finish this up with no shopping for 30 days. Thanks for watching. Bye.